Hi and welcome. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach us how to make a suit sleeve. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And if you're a subscriber already, thank you so much. So let's get into it. So once again, you are welcome. So the first thing you are going to need is you are going to need to gum your sleeve with a hairstay, and then you need a lining to make a suit sleeve or a two-piece sleeve. And the sleeve is on fold, that is, we've cut both the left and the right hand. And if you don't know how to cut a suit sleeve, in one of my previous tutorials I taught how to cut it, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below for those who don't know how to cut it. Alright, so like I said, the first thing is you're going to gum your hairstay to the sleeve. Then the next thing you're going to do is on both of the parts, you're going to measure out 2 inches from the bottom. However, this 2 inches is not a constant. It depends on the allowance you leave. It depends on the folding allowance you leave while drafting your suit sleeve. In my own case, I left out 2 inches, just like in my tutorial on how to cut a suit sleeve. That's why I'm folding 2 inches from the bottom. In your own case, if you leave out 1.5, you are folding 1.5. If you leave out 1, you are folding 1. So I left 2, that's why I'm folding 2. So you are going to do the same thing on the other parts. You are going to mark out 2 inches, like so. When you mark it out, you are going to iron it. Both of the sleeve, you are going to fold it like this and iron it. Alright, so this is my suit sleeve ironed by 2 inches from the bottom. As you can see, I've already ironed both the left and the right parts, and both the big and the small parts. So the next thing is we are going to cut out our lining. So you're just going to cut it out. While you're cutting, you're going to leave out, you fold on this part, you're going to fold that slit part. While cutting, you're going to cut out about 0.4 around it. You're not going to cut exactly your suit sleeve, you're going to cut out 0.4 around it on the lining part. So as you can see, on every part you're going to cut out 0.4, leave 0.4 allowance around it, as you can see. Also, the lining is on fold, so I cut out the left and the right sleeve. Right, as you can see, the small part is 2, the big part is 2, that is left and right. So this is for this, and that is for that. Yeah. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to sew this part like that. Also on this one, we are going to sew this side of the lining. So let's go to the machine and do that. So as you can see, I've already sewn it. It's quite an easy straight sewing. That's why I don't need to show her the process of sewing it on my machine. Right? So I've already sewn it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just press it this way, just to make, in the case of any squeezes while sewing, I'm just going to iron it out. And then you turn it and iron it inside out, as you can see. So this is what I did. I didn't open press, I just ironed it and turned it and ironed it well. So these are my 2 sleeves of the lining. So let's get to the main sleeve, right? And remember, I folded 2 inches from the bottom, don't forget. So to sew the sleeve, I'm going to just pick one of them and do it, and you should know that whatever I do on this is what you do on the other hand too. Alright, so on the same part, we are going to sew this part of our sleeve. So when we get to this part, you just follow how it is like this. This is how your sewing is going to follow, just where I'm drawing this chalk. So when you get to this place where my where I ironed, you are going to turn from there, but not exactly. You are going to pass it with like 1/4 inch, and then you continue sewing, as you can see. So you are going to sew this way, then go in, and make sure your stitch at the top matches with the stitch when after the cuff, right? After all the bends, make sure they align. So this is my sleeve, and of course, like I did to the sleeve, like I did to the lining, you are going to iron it first. You are going to iron it this way first, just to iron out, to flatten your stitch. So the next thing, on this edge, on this corner, you are going to notch it like the way I'm doing on the screen right now. Then, but this part, you remember the line, you did not press it open, but this on the main body of the sleeve, you are going to press open your stitch like I'm doing like this. So you use your tailor's block to pull it down. If you are sewing a suit, you need this tailor's block. Yeah, so you iron it properly, pull it down. And this, please make sure you fall it down to the big part, not on the small part. Now on the big part, or you fall this thing on the big part, then you press it like that. So guys, just a reminder, if you've not subscribed, please do, so that we can get into the suit tutorial fully. Right, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Remember, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to start a suit tutorial fully. All right. So the next thing is you're going to fold the sleeve like this. It's already folded, but you're going to fold it. You're going to fold it properly. Use your tailor's block to pull it down. So that's it. And guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you find value in this video, please give me a thumbs up. What that does is that it helps my video. When you give my video a thumbs up, YouTube helps me to promote the video when it has a lot of thumbs up. So please guys, don't forget to always give my video a thumbs up. So let's get back to the lining. So you carry the lining, make sure you align it. The big part should be facing the big part and the small part should be on the small part. So you are going to put it this way. Make sure the middle part is aligned to the middle part on the sleeve, on the main sleeve. So you sew it like this, but you don't get to the end. Then you sew this side too and don't get to the end. You leave a little space, say 1.5 inch. So as you can see, I've sewn it already. And like I said, I left few inches outside there and few inches here too. And it's okay if your lining is bigger than is normal, and it should be bigger than your lining. The lining should be bigger than the sleeve. So the next thing you are going to do is you are going to sew the lining like that, and then we are going to sew the sleeve also like that. But before we sew the main sleeve, you are going to measure. You must have measured your customer his wrist. In this case, my wrist is 11, so I'm going to measure 5.5. That's 11 divided by 2, 5.5 like that, and I'm going to maintain that allowance upwards. And then on this part, I'm going to just sew 0.5, that is half of an inch. So as you can see, I've sewn it, and there's a little space that we left within sew. So we are going to press it, and then you are going to sew it. You are going to go to the machine and complete the sewing on that part. Remember, when we were sewing the lining to the body, we left a little space. This is the space now that we left. So you are going to go to the machine and sew it. And while sewing, you make sure the middle part aligns with the middle part on the sleeve aligns with the middle part on the lining. So that's what I've just done. As you can see, it aligns, right? Yeah. So the next thing, you're going to notch this place so that we can open press comfortably. Like usual, before you open press, make sure you iron out your stitch so that it becomes flat. You know, some machines, when after sewing, it wrinkles your fabric. So when you first of all iron it, it straightens it out. Alright. So after ironing it, you are going to open press the main fabric. You're going to open press it this way. There you go. And press it. And then on the lining part, you don't need to open press it. You can just use your iron to press it and iron it. Yeah, you can just iron it to any side. As you can see, guys, it is very, very easy. Making a sleeve is very, very easy. We are like 80% done. Yeah, 80% done. So what you do now, we are going to put your hand inside and turn the lining this way. You turn it inside out. As you can see, our lining is, our suit sleeve is ready. So you just iron it, and then you are going to fold it this way. You are going to fold it using the fold it from the slit side. Fold it this way. All right. Turn it and fold it again. So the gator of your iron should be on from the sleeve side, from the slit side. You understand? So the next you are going to do is you are going to this part is tricky, little tricky. So you are going to fold your lining gently, fold it, open it gently. When you get to where it is sewn, you wait. So you are going to catch the sewing allowance of the lining and the sewing allowance of the sleeve and sew them together. Then you turn again, you catch the sewing allowance of the lining and this slit part and sew them together. Okay. So as you can see, I've already sewn it. The sewing allowance of the lining and sewing allowance of the main body. I've sewn them together. So as you can see, guys, this is a suit sleeve. This is how it is done. You can see it's very easy. Of course, whatever I'm teaching you the easiest method. So you should be rest assured that when I teach you how to make a suit on this channel, is going to be the easiest method as well. The easiest but the best method. So please, if you've not subscribed, if this is your first time visiting this channel, please just hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, right? Okay. So once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to fully, completely start the suit class from the drafting to the sewing and to the finishing. So this is my suit sleeve, as you can see. This is my suit sleeve. It's my size. It's actually my suit, so this is my size. You can see fitted, nowhere is bogus. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.